Rinne Rebirth, a jutsu that brings the dead back to life. A power that can rewrite history, change outcome, and erase death itself. But the truth behind Rinne Rebirth is darker, sadder, and heavier than most people realize. It's not just a jutsu, it's a sacrifice disguised as hope. Today, we are going into the full story of Rinne Rebirth, what it is, how it works, every time it was used, and why it remained one of the most emotional and dangerous jutsu in the entire Naruto universe. Sit back and relax. This is the complete deep dive into the jutsu that can bring back the dead but always takes a life in return. What is Rinne Rebirth? Rinne Rebirth or Rinne Tensei is one of the god tier powers of the Rinnegan. It is the highest form of the life release. Nothing healing, not medical ninjutsu, but pure resurrection. When used correctly, Rinne Rebirth can bring just one person back to life, or it can bring hundreds of people back to life. It can restore bodies, it can return souls, it can reverse death completely. But every miracle has a price. To use Rinne Rebirth, the user must give up something huge. Not chakra, not stamina, not blood. The user gives up their own life. The caster dies. This is why Rinne Rebirth is not just a jutsu of power. It's a jutsu of sacrifice. Rinne Rebirth traces back to one person, Hogoromo Otsutsuki, the sage of six paths. He created the Rinnegan's abilities as a balance. Shinra Tensei is force, Chibaku Tensei is gravity, Gedo is control, Rinne Rebirth is renewal. He believed that if a world fell into darkness, someone with love and compassion could bring it back using this jutsu. Hogoromo also knew something. Resurrection must always cost something. Otherwise, life would lose value. So, he made sure that the only way to revive others was giving yourself in return. In simple words, you can save someone, but you cannot save yourself. This is the true meaning of Rinne Rebirth. Rinne Rebirth has three steps. Summon the king of hell, the big purple head. This being act like a judge between life and death. Now, link the soul of the dead. The king of hell puts them back from the afterlife. Give the user life. The caster's soul is taken instead. This is why the jutsu is terrifying. It cannot be interrupted. Once activated, the user's death is guaranteed. No medical ninja can stop it, no seal can counter it, no one can revive the caster's life. Rinne Rebirth is absolute. Nagato Uzumaki, or Pain, the man who destroyed the Leaf Village, was also the man who rebuilt it. After his battle with Naruto, Nagato realizes something. He had been living in hatred. But Naruto showed him the same dream Yahiko had, peace through understanding. Nagato, who had killed countless leaf villagers, decided to use Rinne Rebirth to undo what he had done. He puts his hand together, the king of hell appears, and Nagato gives up all the chakra he had left. This is one of the most emotional scenes in Naruto. Nagato revives the entire village, thousands of people, all the people he had killed. His red hair turns white. His life fades. He dies with a smile because for the first time he did something purely for peace. Nagato's Rinne Rebirth is legendary because he revived hundreds of people. He did it willingly, his death became a symbol of hope, and Naruto's words changed him. This is the moment the world realized Rinne Rebirth is not just a weapon, it's a final act of love. Rinne Rebirth became dangerous when it fell into the wrong hands. Madara Uchiha had one goal, return to life so he could execute the infinite Tsukuyomi. He chose Obito as the tool. Obito was supposed to use Rinne Rebirth on Madara. He was supposed to die reviving him. Madara had been planning this for years. Obito activated the jutsu, the king of hell appears, and Madara starts to feel his soul being pushed back into the world. But suddenly something impossible happens. Obito breaks free. He stops the jutsu, rejects Madara's control. He chooses his own path. This moment changes the entire war. If Obito had completed Rinne Rebirth at that time, the world would have ended sooner. But even though Obito delayed it, Madara still found a way. Madara Uchiha forcing himself back to life is one of the scariest moments in the entire series. White Zetsu manipulates Obito's body, Rinne Rebirth is half activated, even incomplete. It's enough for Madara to force his soul out of the Pure Land. Madara returns to life with a single goal, complete the plan the Sage of the Six Paths had long feared. He gets a real body, he regains his strength, he became stronger than ever. And all that happens because someone attempted Rinne Rebirth on him. Even partial activation was enough to bring back the most dangerous man in the war. This shows how broken the jutsu truly is. Obito later attempts Rinne Rebirth again, but this time for something good. He wants to revive the people Madara killed. He wants to undo the war. He wants to save the world. But Black Zetsu stops him. He takes control. He forces Obito to revive Madara instead. Obito becomes a prisoner within his own body. This is the darkest moment of the Rinnegan. A man finally chose to do the right thing and the world steals it away from him. The Rinne Rebirth is very rarely used in the series. It is because of the 5 reasons. The first reason is the Rinnegan is extremely rare. Only Hogoromo, Madara, Nagato, Sasuke and Obito have it. The second reason is the user must die. Nobody will use it unless it's truly worth dying for. The third reason is it requires massive chakra. When Nagato used it, even though he was an Uzumaki, he instantly died. The fourth reason is it can affect the entire world. Reviving armies, villages or legendary ninja is dangerously powerful. The fifth reason is it threats the balance of life. If used too often, death itself loses value. Because of all this, Rinne Rebirth is a jutsu that the world fears. Now let's see who can survive using Rinne Rebirth. This part surprises many fans. Technically, the only people who might survive using Rinne Rebirth are Otsutsuki clan members, maybe very strong Uzumakis, someone with Hogoromo's chakra or someone connected to the divine tree. But even then, the jutsu is designed for the user to die. The Sage of Six Paths made it that way to prevent abuse. The only possible exception would be someone with literally god level chakra like Kaguya or Ishiki. Normal shinobi or even cage level ninja have zero chances to use this jutsu. This jutsu is always used after something terrible happens. Nagato used it after destroying the leaf. Obito almost used it after ruining his own life. Madara used it to come back and cause destruction. Rinne Rebirth always appears in the moments of deep sadness, guilt or desperation. Nobody uses Rinne Rebirth when they are happy. It is always a final attempt to fix a past mistake. In a way, Rinne Rebirth is not just jutsu of resurrection. It's a jutsu of apology. People often ask, why didn't Hogoromo give Naruto Rinne Rebirth? Why didn't Sasuke use it later? Why not revive Neji or Jiraiya? The reason is simple. Hogoromo respected life and death. If he allowed Naruto or Sasuke to use Rinne Rebirth, they would break the natural order. Reviving even fallen shinobi would damage the balance. Naruto's story is built on accepting losses and moving forward. If Rinne Rebirth became normal, the message of the entire series would break. Also, Sasuke could never use it because of the life cost rule. It would instantly kill him. Naruto and Sasuke are the last people Hogoromo wanted to sacrifice. One of the questions fans ask a lot is, can Rinne Rebirth revive anyone? The short answer is almost anyone. The long answer is deeper. Rinne Rebirth can revive normal shinobi, Jinchuruki, entire village, people long dead if their souls remains. Even enemies, even people revived before. But there are limits. Rinne Rebirth cannot revive the souls which has already been destroyed. Rinne Rebirth cannot revive if the soul is trapped in another dimension. Rinne Rebirth is more than just a jutsu. It is the symbol of one idea. Life has value because death is real. Reviving something, bringing back a life should require a life, otherwise it becomes meaningless. Hogoromo designed it to remind the world that death matters, bonds matters, love matters and sacrifices matters. Rinne Rebirth is not just a cheat code. It is the final message from the Sage of Six Paths. Only those who truly understand pain should be allowed to reverse it. Rinne Rebirth is the greatest miracle of the Rinnegan, but also the heaviest curse. It can bring back the dead, but only through sacrifice. It can heal a world, but only through loss. It is a jutsu of redemption, born from regret, powered by love. And every time it appears in Naruto, it shows us the same truth. Saving a life is the most powerful thing a shinobi can do, even it costs your own life. Now, here's a question for you. Who is your favorite Rinnegan user? Comment down your answers and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.